Welcome. So, I am a dude that draws, and not all, even all that well, really, but I like doing it. And today, I am drawing for a family that I know. Um, they want to be portrayed as angels, and I am going to be coming up with some different layouts for the picture. So, um, I know they want it to be a horizontal layout, so I have set up three different canvases, really, and the guidelines are showing the borders for the different ratio depending on how long and how high, how tall they want these pictures to be. So I am, let's see, gonna have it on that layer. That's perfect. I'm going to be doing just the stick figures for right now. And we want that color right there. Okay, now zoom in. And for this first one, I just want regular standard poses. Not this is probably gonna be the most boring of the poses, but let's see. I want opacity 99. So I don't know why I was at 99, but whatever. Oh, and I also want brush to be a little thicker. I want real fuzzy. We want at least some fuzz to it. Okay, that's better. Something like that. The family is dad, mom, and two daughters. One daughter is I think she's actually a teenager now. Something like that. Neck. Actually, got that leg sticking out too much, so like extra about there. This comes back out that way. But that's actually where the joint should be. I drew it too low. Boom. Broad shoulders. The arm should actually come down more though. Like so. In fact, going like that, but it needs to be, yeah, more like that. Well, and I kind of lied a bit earlier. We're not doing just stick figures. We'll be doing slightly more than that, but this is not some sort of full fleshed anything. Alright, his wife is shorter. We're not going to have her stand quite the same way, but still. Okay, Shoulders are not as broad. In fact, we're going to draw her far down. Her oldest daughter's actually almost as tall. Actually, she may be just as tall as her mom now, but no, this. Hey. Yeah, what some of the information I'll need to get from them is kind of the weapons they want to wield and that kind of stuff. And then their youngest, put about here. She's gonna be the shortest of them all. And let's draw her a little bit more ready for battle. Okay. That is all I need for that one for right now. We'll come back and make these actually look kind of like robots. Let's see. For the second one, let's do something more dynamic. Let's do kind of a sideways. Yeah, let's. And if they decide they want to use the full, like 1-3 ratio, really keep this the long canvas, I can spread them out, or I can actually leave it like that, and that can still look pretty cool depending on what we put on the outsides. And that's what I'm going to try to do is keep all the figures within at least the smallest section, so that if they decide they're going to go with that ratio, that size, it's not like cropping it really hurts the image. Okay. So let's act like they are attacking something, but from the right to the left. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Maybe the father's up front. Actually, let's tilt the hips some. pretend he has a sword or something like that. In fact, arms probably going to be more like that. Another figure right here. Something similar maybe, except maybe, so let's say this is the mom. Maybe her sword, if she has a sword. I think she'll want a sword. She may have even said so already. Something similar. That doesn't look right though. Oh, maybe. Maybe her arm is too far forward. Maybe it's something like this. Yeah, like it comes around. Oh, that's better. Like if the arm comes around the body like this. So there's her sword. The same kind of thing. She's leaning into battle. There's her knee. And then, oops, her other leg, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. Just for the sake of throwing something in the mix, maybe we got the oldest daughter right here. And let's put her like this, and she actually... There's the elbow, so her hand was probably come out like this. Let's say she has a bow. And I'm not really concerned with like perfect layout right now. Like if this was the final one, let's say they picked this one and I was going to redo it, I would at this point just have a mental note of either moving just her or maybe zooming out a little bit or something to make sure I get this bow not cropped. Okay, boom. And let's say there's an arrow flying. That is a crappy arrow, let me tell you. But something like that, maybe. Put the other leg behind the other. And then maybe the youngest one. rushing into battle as well. And maybe, let's say she's Naruto running. Except maybe she's got some big old gauntlets. Putting my arms out to the side to see where placement would actually go. And it's actually, I'm actually going to use my eraser. Oh, let's get that eraser a bit bigger. There we go. Let's just erase that. If you can't tell, I'm working in Photoshop, by the way, and that's what I prefer to work in. So the hands actually line up like that. Elbow, gauntlet. Actually, that's okay. And leg. And I'm not going to worry about wings right now just because, wings can be hidden. Well, not hidden. They'll just be behind each character, and I will draw them. Well, you know what? For the sake of everything, we will. It's gonna be. It look too confusing right now. So, all right, for this last layout, because we're just doing stick figures. Let's do it kind of like you would see superheroes or something where they're kind of flying at you. How do we want to do this? I think I'm going to just draw a simple anchor shape real quick. And what we can do, since there's 4 of them, I think something that will work nice is having, okay, smallest youngest there, oldest child up here, yeah, father, mother, okay. And yeah, I think I like that. Actually, yeah. Can have his. Okay, that's gonna be a little weird at first, but okay. So he's got shoulders. So we're gonna turn him so that his shoulders like this, so I can show. So, boom. Okay. Something similar on the other side. Maybe something a little different than just. Oh, what if the mom also had a shield? Let's see, the shield do... Well, the shield would actually be more like that. That doesn't look right. Not at all. You know what? Just for the sake of argument, we'll just make it an oval or a round shield. Of course, her arm that. Her arm would actually be more like that. Yeah, that's fine. So her sword can come out a little bit like that. Legs. And then the youngest daughter will be just pretty much dead on. And let's give her gauntlets again. I just liked that idea. Except they're actually tilted kind of that way. Draw one leg like that. And then like that. Oh, I probably should have drawn these actually smaller because there is no way these are going to fit as is. But at least it just gives the idea. You know, on this last one, we could... Okay, so the oldest one... What about a shield and spear? Now I need to confirm if she's right-handed or ambidextrous or what. But let's say somewhat like her mom, except she's got her shield a little bit more facing forward. Something like that. And she's got her arm like so. Well, her shoulder should be right here. And tucked in, but now she's got a long spear. And she's flying. Maybe we point her a little bit more upward. One leg like so, the other one like that. Okay. And I think having 3 layouts is just a kind of a good number. And let's then go back over these and give them a little bit more definition of things. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's see, I want a new layer. I want a darker color. I'm not sure I want it that dark though, so let's go to here. I'm just going to go down like that. Yeah, I think so. Maybe a little bit lighter. That should be fine. So we'll go back up here. I want this to be not terribly thin, but considerably thinner or smaller. Maybe right about there. Okay. So I'm just going to start building. first before I do that. Oh, actually, let's also adjust our eraser because we don't want it that big. Guidelines. So let's put his face like so. With angels, they may want pointy ears. You know what? Let's just put some pointy ears just in case they like that. Okay. Like that. Boom, boom. Like shapes. And we're not worrying about clothes. I'm not worried about details, just basic shapes. Although, okay. It's gonna be like that. Some big back muscles. So if that's the center, that's the guideline. Right. Boom. Boom. Goes something like that. In fact, that means that comes out like that. That's right. That comes up like that. That muscle comes down, which means that shoulder would actually be a bit bigger. This comes down like that. And this is how I fail at anatomy. All right, rib cage. That's actually kind of what that would do. Let's see, is that what the rib cage would do? Or not the rib cage, abs. Kind of. Let's see. That is the hip. Make them wider, just in case, because it does look cool. Got these muscles right there. let's see. If he's holding a sword, big old sword. Let's say it's something like that, which we'll probably make it larger when that time comes. Okay, that means the fatty part of his thumb is like that. And it's actually going to follow kind of like that. He's going to have his knuckles. Going to be kind of like that. Okay, let's get back to this. Actually, no, let's stick with the hands. So his muscles are going to be doing something like that. Alright. Same thing over here. So that's the kind of shape it makes. In fact, well, first, the muscles should actually do something like that. And I'm going to choose a race. And there we go. Okay, so he actually has that arm lifted up a little bit more, so these aren't going to be perfectly even. With that, this should still be probably up here, is where that wrist should be. Let's put the direction of his hand like that, which means knuckles. Let's make it a fist. Put them like that, which means this thumb will wrap around like that. You have the fold in the hand. It does something like that. Now, what do these muscles? You got this one that goes like that, and boom, something like that. You got this muscle that kind of does something like that. That connects. Actually, and then that's how that get that little part of the arm. It's probably gonna be doing like that. Alright. Doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, I don't know why I'm concentrating on it. Alright. His foot should actually go below that because I think I made the legs a little too short. Probably did. Anyway, let's see. How big did I make the head? Scoot down. Yeah, his knees should be probably right about there, which means, alright, we want the legs to be what, about that size? I think that looks okay. Alright, so that means like I said, we're not worried about clothes, but we just kind of want to get proportions. So that knee is going to point it that way. This knee is going to be still pointed. Oops, that way. So I'm going to make that more like so. Point it like that. Point it like that. Part goes in. That's where you get that little divot. Same thing over here, except you see the divot right there. It's probably a little too skinny, so let's fatten them up a bit. Top, let me scooch out a little bit. But yeah, I think the top of the foot actually should be right about there, so we're not cutting off too much of the foot. And then it's going to do something like that. All right, for this side, see, that is the something more like that. This comes down a little bit further. Boom. All right, top of the foot. Boom. Again. So some of the foot gets cut off on this one, but we can zoom out if they choose this layout later. Okay. Okay. So his belly button's right there. Is that right? So all right. 1, 2, and 3. That's kind of. Ooh. What's typical for, yeah, like that. All right, now for the wife. She is a very skinny person, and I imagine she might want to keep her proportions decently close. Although these, what I'm doing is making heroic figures. They're not going to be perfectly like the actual people. Unless they come back and are like, I want my exact proportions. And then I'm going to be like, ooh, have I told you how much I suck at art? And they're just going to be like, I'll go with someone else. And I'll be like, all right, when I'm done crying, that's fair. Okay. So that looks a little. Okay. Now, same kind of thing though. All right, so that's what I should have done. Guideline again. Boom, boom. Smaller shoulders, but still heroic shoulders. Is that right? Kind of, except that's sticking out too far. That should be like that, which means that should come out like that. That looks better in my opinion. Alright. So this is the rib cage. Something like that. Something like that. Alright. Alright, so sure, he's gonna go down like that. That. Back muscle. And that should be like that. So that back muscle should probably be a little bit more like that. Did I do that part? Right. Boom. Boom. Yep. So that line comes right below that divot, if you've ever noticed, where your leg and your hip and your torso all meet. You've got this part right there. And that's kind of how they fit. You got a muscle that kind of comes. This one doesn't look exactly right, but in fact, it should be like that. It comes down and meets there. Then you've actually got your glutes and that muscle, all those fibers, everything almost kind of converges on that point right there. So that's what we're going for. Same thing here. got that muscle, the fibers kind of do that. Then you've got your glutes. That those fibers kind of meet there, and like this. Well, you don't see this muscle per se, but that goes up there. This muscle, it's got a bunch of fibers, and it goes kind of to that point. Blah, blah. You know what? I don't want all those lines in there though. Control Z is like one of my best friends ever. We are like this, and I know you can't see my hands. Let's erase those fibers too. But just trust me, we buddies. All right. Her knees should be slightly lower than his. Right. Yeah, I think I like that size for her legs. So boom, they come up to that point. There. Then there's that muscle. This one comes in kind of like that. And I'm just putting muscles in, but it doesn't mean they're going to be showing. One, because of clothing, or two, because of actual like fat and stuff. And it's not like I'm going to go in and be like, "Ha, we need so much fat right here, so much fat right there." It's just like you might see almost like the bicep. I'm not going to show the very definition of everybody's bicep, but some guidelines. That's what I mean. But you're still going to see like the main bulge when the arm is flexed and such. All right, so if that comes in like that, boom. Give her thinner calves. In fact, they should come like that. They're almost like toothpicks. All right. I don't like how I should have thought more about the planning of this. But, you know what? I should have drawn her as if she's wearing heels, because I don't know. Maybe that's something she would like. These are a little too. They need to be full. Yeah, I like that better. That actually would come up more. Yeah, that's about right. I'm just gonna kind of dab the eraser in this, just to give off an impression that it's not. That part wasn't the outline, because it's this part's the outline. Huh. I know I drew. Oh, yeah. Okay, so. You know what? Maybe they are holding hands. Yeah, I won't show that just yet. Yeah, I'm also not worried about hair, so everybody's gonna be bald right now. All right, but let's put some of them, not musculature in there, not to beef them up, but to make sure we're getting things placed correctly. so she's got a sword as well. Let's draw that. Maybe a skinnier sword. A little jewel at the tip or something. Oh, let's give him, yeah. I think he actually wanted a great sword. I think I remember him saying that. Which means this sword should be actually a lot longer. Again, we can fix something like that. And the plan is, let's say they're like, I really like, well, layout number 1 the best. I'm going to do 3 other renditions of layer 1. So I might actually draw one that's similar to this, and then another one where maybe he's got his, let's say, his arm out more. He's got his hand up here, and he's got this huge great sword all that's down to the ground. And then maybe the weapons are varied, or maybe some slight variations in the stances and stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. Control Z. Okay. So, same thing. In fact, I don't really need to worry too much about all the knuckles and everything, because this is draft. In fact, that might be good enough for now. I guess her other hand's going to be hidden. Alright, oldest daughter. Let's say she is looking off all the way to the right. Let's see. I have, on the other ones, I decided to give her a spear and a bow. Now, her head is... Nah, this doesn't look right. Okay, so if this is her neck, and she stand like that. Well, first of all, that neck would come out like that. So, okay, the back of the skull would be more like right here. Yeah, I think that works better. Because their daughters are still young, I'm still gonna sketch out some of the musculature to make sure, again, we get things in the right place. But I'm not gonna worry too much about making them look like heroic adults, because I think I actually asked about that, and they kind of wanted them to look similar age that they are now. So, which means maybe I should make the adults' ears. You know what? Let's just see how they feel about really pointy ears. In fact, let's do the same thing. Almost like they're elves or something. Let's make it something more like that. I don't know. That looks a little too exaggerated for me. Let's maybe calm down a little bit. But something like that. And you want to sit on the other side so that the daughters are kind of like that. Let's see. Should we just give everybody a sword and shield? Or a sword? That might work. Or, you know what? I'm actually going to give Mom a shield in the background. That might work. In fact, it could actually be a bigger shield, too. A little kite shield, if you will. That doesn't mean, okay. So if that's the guidelines of that shield, that means this line is pointless. another variation could be putting a shield on this arm of hers if she chose. All right. Younger teenager, that means the back muscles are not going to be as big or as quite as defined. We want that to be that neck is really long. So let me readjust that too. So let's bring down the head a little bit. Slight there, there. Okay. I like that more. I like that a lot more. Traps are small. Should give her maybe, I don't know about daggers. But thinner arms. Okay, maybe hidden back here. No. I don't know why I drew that way. Because that arm should actually come down more actually behind her, so it may not even show on this one. Wait, first let's get something like that. Okay. Oops. Boom. Boom. Okay. So stomach. Okay, that's the groin. Just gonna make it slender. Such. Yeah. So it should flat out. Okay. Now. Alright, so boom. Boom. These should drop a little bit more. Of course, they're going to be a little bit smaller. Let's just go with a more slim look. Okay, actually, it's going to go like that. Halberd? Ooh, Halberd actually might look pretty cool. So if her arm, I should have thought more about this. In fact, she had her arm a little bit more out that way, and I should have done that on that other layer, really. But let's say it is something like that. So she's got, so maybe she's the one with the shield. She's got, let's see, boom. And okay, whoops. Right. And actually, let's bring her hand a little bit more closer, like, right. Here's your thumb. It's a little bit of mittens. Right? Okay. So let's actually say, let's get rid of this shield. Mom's got a shield in another picture anyway. We don't need everybody having shields. Not that we can't. This is fine. And let's say, now this might actually, boom. Let's just give it a little pointy tip. Boom. Something That's actually well, you know what? Let's see what they think. Something like that. All right. Let's make. You know that probably curves a little too much. It shows the point though. In fact, boom. All right. Because she's standing this way, that's her legs need to be like that, which means her calves are going to be both times on that. Again, keep these at least somewhat slender. Something like that. Heels. And for this one, it actually makes sense that her feet aren't getting cut off because she is standing like as it stands, as she stands. She's actually standing behind them. And of course, they're angels. Maybe I could show them just floating, floating in the air. Which would be another rendition I could do if they want with this one. All right. Okay. So if that's the heel, okay. Woo! No, don't really care for that, but at least it gets the proportions down. Boom. Actually, even though this turn, this foot would actually behave more like that. All right, now for the youngest. Haha, and you know what? Oh, man. Layout purposes, she actually probably would look better placed far on the left. So I'm going to hide this later real quick. Select this one. We are going to lasso. Try to avoid. Oh, we're gonna accidentally get Dad's hand. And then Control V, move her over some. That's probably enough. And bam. Escape. That work? No. Enter. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Control D for deselect. Now turn those back on. Or that back on. Perfect. All right. Now we still got the right color, and we can go back to brush, not a lasso. Hey, come on. My hotkey's not working. Huh? Oh. Oh. Well, I fixed it. Whatever. Okay, so, smaller child. Alright. So, smaller head. Which, first of all, does this work? Yeah. But, okay. Boom. Is that right? I think so. In fact, head, it'll be. whoop. Okay. Let's actually make these arms go out a little bit more. Oh, I should have drawn a couple of guidelines. More like this kind of thing. Yeah, I think I like that. Or, I don't know, thought, let's keep, oops, oh no, I messed up the sword. What if we kept the arms down a little bit, and then they came out? I think that might be a little bit better. So that's her stomach is going to do something like that. Let's go back. Okay. Small knees. Thin legs. We don't need much. Actually, I don't think her legs are actually going to do that. Legs would because they come out like that, and then they. As I'm thinking about this, did I draw? The first pose actually did work, but okay, if the legs actually came out like that. Does it look better with the... Let's hold this real quick. And I changed my mind. This one, none of the others really have dynamic poses, so we're going to keep this one a little less so. But we're still going to change it up a bit. Just more of you know what? Just curious what it would look like if she had some kukri or daggers. I don't know why I did that thing. That's the end. Excuse me. I think I'm starting to get some allergies. I might need to get some medications. Small feet. Yeah. I'd work on that more if this was more of a final piece, but it's not. So, let's move on to this next one. So, actually, it's going to be like that. First, let's just. Actually, on this one, we're not going to do pointed ears. We're just going to do regular ears. But those traps are going to do something like that. Again, that. Come to think of it, his hand would be something like this, which means that's the. Okay. Mm. In fact, I think his torso would actually be more that way. So. stretch. That part would not be. Let's see. Okay, that looks better. Trying to figure out how I somehow lost track of the guidelines that I put there. Oh, I think that's where I put the hip, but I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. Something like that, maybe? Well, let's move on. Well, first, oh, that's not where it is. This is a great sword. This is boom, like that. Alright, so her hand is right there. And then her arm is going to be something like that. Something like that. This needs to come like that, so that means this is going to twist some. Something like that. I probably made it too high. That's why it looks kind of weird. So let's just follow this. And then, does it match up? Yeah. Not really. Well, you know what? So if the hand needs to be there, this hand needs to be here. This is fine, because this one, in fact, a different rendition, I would actually change this up some. actually is, but yeah, I think I exaggerated this one too much. I think some of these are lining up the way I was planning on it. But these are just meant to be rough sketches, really. In fact, this should actually probably be more this. Well, that looks boom boom. Heel. Something like that. Pretty sure they will get the point. And then let's go ahead and do the smallest daughter first. Hey guys, look at me. Let's see, small shoulders. I drew arms up like that, but I'm not sure they would actually do that. And then let's actually change this some because her limbs just do not need to be that long. Boom. Oh wait, that's right. Oh, we have got a noisy dog. Boom. In fact, that's just wrong. Because the arms got to come like this and then back up. And then, yeah, these big, huge gauntlets. And then there's her elbow. Thumb. That's not. I'm going to have to make. That looks so bad. I'm going to redo that. I say I'm going to redo it. I'm not sure how I'm going to redo it, though. What am I learning from this? Well, first, it looks like crap. All right, so what makes it look like crap? First of all, the length of the body, I think. Yeah. Something's not right with the proportions. You know what? And part of it was the size of the head. I think it just needs to be partially a larger head as well. The ear's not bad, but that neck needs to, yeah. And then let's just gotta keep her shoulders up. Yeah, this part needs to come up more. That. So let's erase that. Something like that. It's not like, oh man, it's not. I don't know why I'm drawing like that because it's not like she's gonna have these huge calves. Because she's not. I know what's wrong. Glove is too far forward as well. Okay, let's just redo this. Okay, shoulder. Arm goes back. Arm comes back forward, but now the hand is actually about right there. These are big gauntlets, so huge, huge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, my dog ain't happy. All right. Okay, it's better. It's better. It may not be good, but it's better. All right, so other shoulder back there, her arm. I'm still gonna go back here somewhere, and then let's just draw a big, huge hand there. Now, because of my experience, it's gonna be like that. So 1 knuckle. Yep. That I just don't know what that is because it's not. It's just that's not how it goes. Okay. Well, I can put the rib cage in as well, though. Just somewhere like that. Yep. I messed that up. I think I'll just turn those into some huge knickers. Alright, let's just move on to oldest daughter. That's the ear hole, back of the skull. Boom, boom. Neck. Ooh. Let's see, that would be boom, boom. Her spine would do that. So her doing that. that. Oh, okay. All right, so let's see. Okay. Thumb, come out like that. Finger, something like that. It's not really important, but at least trying to get some semblance of practice. Okay, boom. Ooh. Woo. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the joints start there. So I'm gonna put. Is that what that line? Oh, I should have made better mental notes. Oh, that's right, because the leg was going to go in like that. Okay. And then it could actually come back out like so. In that case, that's going to come like that. And we could actually make her hover a little bit since she's an angel. Let's see, the bow does something like that. And bing, it's vibrating because it was just shot. That goes into that spot. Here's the hip. That goes like that. Just for funsies. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to keep everything in here, right? So let's just do that for the sake of doing it. Okay. Oops, didn't need to turn it. Okay. Okay, last one. Stutch. Let's start with the small one. Actually, okay. Shoulders. fists. Because I just like that idea. Big old gauntlets. Yeah, yeah. Turn that around a little bit, didn't I? There's her knee. It's going to be up like this. And technically, we're going to actually see wings. Whee! In fact, let's make these look actually more gauntlet. That's right, I put that over there. Because this was going to get stretched. So that, which means that's going to come out like so. Again, that sword is getting cropped off, and I will fix that in a different rendition. that. So that actually means the shield's going to be faced a lot more like this. Well, I'm going to have to bring that down actually. In a different rendition because no need to wait. No need to waste time. I can talk. I swear. You know what? Let's put his leg out like this. He's charging forward. There's our leg. That doesn't make any sense. His knee. There's his leg, like so. His heel. Right. And then his foot. Likewise, his other leg. There's his heel. That part. Good enough? Maybe? It doesn't look right. Oh, you know what? Instead of that, it could just be like under the arm. And so then you have something like this. And so then that spear does something like that. I hate my sketches so much, but they're just sketches. They're just supposed to convey an idea. this up a little bit. I swear, I don't usually suck this bad at drawing. Okay, maybe I should withdraw that previous statement. What I mean to say is I don't want to suck as badly, which means I just gotta draw more. This arm bugs me because yep, as I'm putting my arm in that position, I realize this arm actually comes down like that. And it's going to be hard to see, but boom. Like so. This may work for now. Alright, I think I might be done for now. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it for now.